Yes, you. One of my favorite guys. Oh, the thing just fell off again. Guys in the world, please welcome Casey Eberhart.
So 24 hours in 9 minutes and 57 seconds. First thing up we're going to talk about is how to have every promoter love you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Everybody stand up. We're right after lunch. We're in the turkey sandwich coma. Stand up. Come on. I got 10. We're going to look at Craig. And on a count of 3, as loud as we possibly can go, we're going to scream, Craig is awesome. And I mean like so loud that Starbucks can hear us. So are we ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Craig!
So weird.
And that's how you get on other people's stages.
That's it? I like that. Oh, that's a good sweeping tip.
Right? So you guys, my name is Casey Eberhart. Today we are going to talk about Rockstar networking. Okay? So we have 10 minutes to get through a whole ton of stuff. So because I do this and I speak for a really long time, I actually wrote myself some notes for the five tips. So if you see me look like this, that's what I'm looking at. Cool?
Oh, cool.
Okay, so we're all about rock star status here, right? We're about getting out in front of the crowd. We're about being out way on the bleeding edge of technology, way out on the bleeding edge of doing things that other people are unwilling or just quite frankly don't know how to do. Right? Right. So let's talk mentors for 2 seconds before we go into this. How many of you can tell me the name of your mentor right now? I don't care whether it's Zig Ziglar or whatever. Okay, I want to make an argument that whoever your mentors are, I'm going to ask you to change them. I'm going to ask you to buy Tyler Duswald's book on blogging. Here's the thing, I want you to think of the 15-year-old in your life right now, whether it's your son, your grandkid, your niece, your nephew, whatever. 15 years old. You got that person in your mind?
1,000 days and they run the world.
So you have an option. You can get a mentor that's old and has old ways of doing things, or you can figure out how to get in the good graces of 15-year-old kids because they run the world. 1,000 days, that's scary to me. So I hire them. Right? So here, let me ask you this. By show of hands, how many of you ever bought something on the internet? Look around the room. Give them hands to fight. How many bought something on the internet? Okay, awesome. Now, put your hands down. How many of you sell stuff on the internet? About half of you. So you buy stuff on the internet, but you don't sell stuff on the internet. Does that make sense? So let's talk networking. When I go to a networking group, I only have one goal. That's okay, come on in. Where are you sitting? That's good, I'm down. I don't hate it at all. By the way, no, I totally lost my train of thought. What the heck was I talking about? My one goal, go to a networking event. To never go back. Because I have figured out that to be a rock star at networker, you've got to figure out how to get the crowds to follow you. And a networking, coffee and cards, or BNI Lativ, team, chamber, all those things, don't really cut it outside that group of 20. So we're going to play on the internet. Okay? I understand this is scary for some of you.
1,000 days until they run the world.
You got to get over it, or you're going to be filling out an application for them, and you're not going to know how to do it because they're going to send it some sort of Instagram, and you're not going to have any idea. You're going to have to follow them on Pinterest to figure out what they're doing. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about in networking. We're going to talk about digitizing your networking. See, a lot of you during this event will actually go outside, find somebody, and then sit outside and chit-chat with them, miss the value goal that's happening in here, so you can potentially go, quote, network, and then you'll get right back on your cell phone and go right back into a digital world. You'll completely forget what you've done, and no business will ever transact. And at the end of the day, all you've really done is you've left a great seminar. Okay? When I go to a networking event, I digitize everything. Right? Right now, there's a camera in my face right here. Because I paid Bruce Waterman $100 an hour to be here to digitize this. Why? Because it's worth it to me at the end of the day, because I will have more views on that YouTube video than all of the people in this room. So if I digitize it, I can then make it a valuable asset that will produce compounding results over time. And I know that Craig is going to talk a lot about YouTube later on, and he's got some really cool, exciting stuff. So here's what we're going to do. These are my 5 tips. First, when you go to a networking event, you're going to go prepared. I actually have a book coming out called Networking Foreplay. Everything to do before the magic happens. I got that idea, and now that I think about it, I got that idea sitting here last time we were here.
Love that, love that.
So you got to go prepared to a networking event. When you go to a networking event, I don't ever take business cards anywhere I go. Nobody in this room has my business card. You will never get a business card from me. Here's why. If I hand you my business card, you're going to put me on your list, you're going to put me in your Rockstar cart, and then you're going to try to sell me some affiliate stuff. However, if I don't take business cards, I'm in complete control of the flow of information, meaning you give me your card, now I'm going to sell you my stuff. Okay? So when I go to an event, I'm completely prepared. I only take somebody to videotape me. That's it. Bruce Waterman. He travels with me all around the world. I take him everywhere I go. He videotapes everything I do. He tapes other speakers. He tapes other interviews because we understand the power of the internet. We've got to get this stuff out on YouTube, okay? So next up, I interview people, right? I want to be introduced to your network via the internet, and I want to expose you to my network via the internet. So I go interview people. Now, if you're afraid of the camera, I have a couple of news flashes for you. The camera makes you look exactly like you look. You sound exactly like you sound. So get over it. If you don't have $1 million message and you don't know how to interview somebody on camera, I got news for you. Maurice Domino's boot camp in the back. It's presentations that sell how to kill from the stage. You must go get proficient at this. 1,000 days. You have to get yourself in a position where you are in control of this thing, guys. So you go and you interview the 5 most influential people at any given event. Some of you have seen these people before. Who are they?
Craig Goswell.
Craig Goswell. Why?
His event.
He's the speaker. The speakers have the microphones. If I were you, I'd get out your cell phones and any of the tip speakers, any of the speakers you see, any of those folks, get them on camera. Why? They have more internet play than you do. Okay? The second one I always get to know is the organizer. Why? Carol Shockley back here. A round of applause for Carol Shockley running the whole show back here. Carol knows everybody in this room. She knows who's sleeping with who. She knows who paid, who didn't pay, who's a pain in the butt, who's really cool to work with. Why are you guys all bumping around trying to randomly network with somebody when you just go to Carol and say, hey, my ideal client is this, blah, 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 blah. And she'll go, oh, you know who's here, blah, 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 and then she'll introduce you. Okay, and then the other 3 people I talk to are my 3 favorite people at any event, the 3 biggest gap jobs. They're the people holding court, they're talking to each other. You'll know them because they won't be talking to each other, because God forbid the spotlight should be on both of them at the same time. So you just pull those 5 people, and all your goal is to figure out how to interview them. Networking is not about you spitting out, vomiting what you do to people. No one cares. They really don't. So why do it? I go to an event, I don't even tell people what I do. I don't take cards. All I'm looking for, 5 people, get them on camera, I interview them for just a couple, 1 minute.
Good luck.
Number 3, promote them. Number 4, put it on YouTube. You want to put it on YouTube. If you have a WordPress blog, you want to put it on your WordPress blog. Because when people are searching for the person you interview, you know what they're going to find? You. So when I do a blog post, I don't care about content. I care about being exposed to other people's network. Deanna Pepe, who teaches legal secretaries how to run efficient attorney offices, I know that if people are searching for Deanna Pepe, I want me to come up. So I get Deanna on things. So here's how my blog posts look, and you can do this on YouTube. Video, picture, bio or text of what who it's about, and then a web form. Some people just say get an email address. I want to generate a true lead and opportunity if somebody's interested. So I put a complete web form on there. And then I push that out. Over time, that's going to gain way more interest or way more views than your 20 people at your networking event. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so number 5 tip, very simple. Lather, rinse, repeat. That's all you do. Videotape people, lather, rinse, repeat. Videotape people. So here's what I'm going to do. We've got 30 seconds left. Over in the tip room, I'm not selling anything. Over in the tip room, I've got Bruce here for the rest of the day. I may be able to talk him into coming down tomorrow as well. Come into the tip room. We're going to have a Craig Does Vault banner in the background.
Make the promoters love you.
And we're going to interview you on camera, and I'm going to talk about you, your business, your website, the whole ball of wax. You know why? Because I know that you'll actually promote that video as opposed to just promoting one of me. Does this make sense? So you just have to fill out a little sheet. I'm here all weekend. Come talk to me. Come hang out. We'll get an interview done, and we will make you actually Rockstar networkers.
Yeah! I love this. Thank you so much. I love it. See? No fluff. Content, 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 go. Content, 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 go.